Hello, avocado fans. It's a nice hot day here in Brentwood of Northern California into the 90s. And you can see the banana tree is right here doing really well. And let's take a look at this cherry tree, which is what we are famous for up here. There you are. You can tell it's going to be a good cherry season with lots of rainers everywhere. And you can see the heat affecting the plants. Look at the mango, this Manila mango. No problems whatsoever. Now let's compare that to my avocado factory. Look at this. The avocados are taking a good beating. This is my dense planting experiment. And I made some changes with some trees I had, and I decided they need to go in the ground. This is my last chance. The first one is a Carmen Hass, heavy producer. And you can see on top it's happy, but it's suffering. You could tell with these leaves drying up, there's something not so happy about it, and that's extreme temperature change, which I understand because I work outside. I don't like extreme temperature changes either. I like to be comfortable. And look over here at the Mexicola. This one's really taking a beating. The hardiest of them all. Cold, supposedly all the way to 15 degrees. Can you imagine that? And look, it's getting beat up badly. And probably means that, well, for one, this is what happens in full sun. It's more of a challenge when you live in some place where your temperatures are more extreme, and that's throughout California, but a lot of that in Northern California, down where they grow avocados in SoCal. The ideal spot is close to the water by the beach. And having been in the military, I went to boot camp in San Diego, and yeah, it was a nice place for boot camp because it always kind of felt like the AC was running a little. It was never too hot, never too cold. And avocados like that. But we can still grow them. It's just that we have different challenges. I did water them, and I'm usually watering every other day, but these I'm obviously going to have to step up. You can see the water there, because every other day it just isn't doing it. So I'm going to have to start watering every day. And when I water, I just use a 2-gallon watering can. That does the trick, because we have clay soils, so the water will stay, and if you go underneath and dig around, you'll see it's still wet. Now, getting back to the avocado factory, this one I think is going to take the place of the reed. No, I'm not excited about it. In some ways I don't want to remove my poor reed, but you know what, right here is a reed. This is a Nabal with its child, the reed, and its other child, the Julia. So this reed wants to grow. This is the problem when you collect trees, or you start a fruit experiment, you start getting too many trees, you don't know what to do. Well, I want them to grow evenly and grow together. So rather than having one main dominant tree taking all the water, I decided I'm probably going to put in the Nabal multi-graft in the middle, which I have mixed feelings about, but I know I want to see if this experiment actually works, because hopefully someday maybe I'll be able to grow trees on a larger scale, right? Isn't that the dream? But let me show you in comparison to these suffering avocados. Look at this Fuerte. There was another tree here. It was mislabeled Fuerte. It wasn't, but now I officially do have a Fuerte, and it gets shade from structures. Look at that. It's doing really well. So although it's also in the 90s, it would probably be suffering in the back, but look I just want to show you what partial shade can do. Obviously, if my weather was around the 80s, I wouldn't worry about it. But since some days it could be 116 up here, this is actually helping my trees. And there's the watering can. Again, one of those every other day when it gets drier, and when it gets high 90s or above, every day. Or in the case of those trees that get full sun in the back, maybe 2 watering cans for a bigger tree like that Pinkerton right there. And you can see the lamb way in the back waving at us. So I just wanted to show you guys that watering is the key. If you can figure out the watering schedule, especially when you live someplace where things are a little more challenging, then you'll be all right. Because unlike that banana, or unlike this mango, really high heat for young avocado trees is a big challenge. This mango, no problems. All right, thanks for watching. You guys have a great day.